Have you ever wondered how to handle a never-ending loop of nested comments or lists in React? Like when a comment has replies and those replies have replies too. It sounds tricky, right? Well, today we are going to crack that code with something called a recursive component. It's simpler than what it sounds, I promise. So what is exactly a recursive component? In a super simple terms, it is a component that calls itself. So imagine a mirror reflecting another mirror, and each mirror shows the other in an endless loop. A recursive component works the same way, letting us display things like nested comments without breaking a sweat. So let's dive into the code and look at this example I'm having right here. So what we do have here is that a list of comments, and we are going to use a dummy data for this today video. And it is a list of comments, and each comment have an ID and a text, okay, to consider the comment. And some comments do have replies, and some others they don't have replies, okay. And this replies basically they're just array of comments again. And again, same thing, those comments, they can be just simple comments or they can be comments with replies as well. So this is where our recursive components will come into the play and help us to handle this scenario for us. So what I have done here, I just created a comment list component, okay? And that comment list will map through our comments data, okay? And then it will render for us the comment items. And this is where the magic should happen, okay? Because this comment item will accept these comments, and then it has to check that these comments, do they have any nested comments or they don't, okay? So let's go to our comment items and let's build it together. At this point, all what I have done, I'm just displaying the text because all the comments will have text. But then the next step is how to handle the nested components, okay? And when you are using recursive components, you need to be aware that always you need to have a stopper, okay? And a stopper means it's something that will stop your components from calling itself when it doesn't need to. And if you don't handle that scenario, then your components may end up in infinite loops, which is very scary and can crash your application. So for our demo today, it's very simple. So all what we have to do is first start checking if our comment does have replies in it, okay? So we will check if our comment does have reply, like this one doesn't have, but if it does, then this is the one we are checking for, okay? So if it does have reply, so let's do the following. We will have a div, and then inside we will map through our replies dot replies dot map, and we'll access the item inside our replies, which will be, for example, in this scenario, it will be this one, okay? And if we map to this one again, the replies here, it will be this one. So we are going to map to our reply. I'll call my item simply reply. You can call it anything you want, comments or anything you like. And we'll try to return something, okay? And this is where the magic will happen. What we will return is this component itself again. So comment item, and this comment item of course accepts property of comment, which will give it this reply right here that we are mapping into it. Okay, oops, reply. And because we are mapping, you should be aware that you need to have a key, a unique key. And lucky for us, every comment have an ID which is unique. So I'll use that as a value for my key. So what we are doing here basically is that, like in our scenario now, first it map, okay, and it's going to render my comment item. Then my comment item, when it is in the first item, it does check does it have replies. And on this scenario we do, okay. So it goes again and return the comment item right there. And when it does in our scenario, it will have this one as a property passed on in the comment. And then it will render for us the text, simple, and then it will check again, does it have a replies? In our scenario, it does have replies. So it will go and return again that comment item here, okay? And this time, this comment item will have this one as a property passed on as a comment. And it will go again and render the text for us. And we check, do we have replies here? But we don't, right? So this is the stopper. It will just stop right there and will not try to do any other nested rendering. Okay? In the same level it was here, it mapped through this one and render the text. It checked does it have replies. It does not, so it just stopped right there as well. Very simple, very amazing. Okay, now let's go and check our UI. There we go. Okay, so if I put this one next to my code, you can see that is the first comment, okay, right there. And this is the first comment. Then it have a nested one. This is a reply, okay. And then another nested one, which is also this is a nested reply. And in the same level of this one, we have this is the second comment. So here where the magic happens. So we are making this component called component item. It takes a comment and display it. But if that comment has replies, comment item will call itself to display those replies. This is recursion in action. The component keeps repeating itself for each nested reply. So with these recursive components, you can easily handle any level of nested comments without writing any complex code. And there you are, you have it. With just a few lines of code, we have created a powerful recursive component that can handle any level of nested comments. It may seem tricky at first, but when you have seen it in action, it's super cool and really useful. Give it a try in your project and see how it works.